In the electric roar of T-Mobile Arena on January 18, 2026, under the blinding lights of UFC 311, Justin Gaethje delivered one of the most emotional, career-defining performances of his life, stopping Paddy Pimblett in the fourth round to claim the interim UFC lightweight championship belt. The fight was brutal, beautiful, and heartbreaking all at once. Gaethje, the 36-year-old veteran known as the Highlight, came out swinging with that trademark pressure, eating shots from the younger, faster Pimblett while pouring on volume that slowly broke the Brit down. By round 4, Paddy's legs betrayed him, his guard dropped, his chin exposed, and Justin unleashed a vicious left hook followed by a right that sent Pimblett crashing to the canvas. The referee waved it off at 3:42 of the fourth, and Gaethje dropped to his knees in tears, belt strapped around his waist, screaming to the sky in a moment of pure, raw catharsis. It wasn't just a win. It was redemption, vindication, and a love letter to every fan who'd ever doubted him, every critic who'd written him off, every time he'd been knocked out and still got back up. There was no crash in this story, no car wreck, no career-ending accident. Just a fighter who refused to let the sport break him, who turned every scar into fuel, and who finally got the belt he'd chased for a decade. Justin Ray Gaethje was born on November 14, 1988, in Safford, Arizona, a small desert town where life moved slow and hard work was the only currency that mattered. Raised by his father Tom, a former miner and rancher, and his mother Michelle, Justin grew up on a family ranch, learning early that nothing came easy. He wrestled in high school, becoming a 2-time Arizona state champion at 152 pounds, then took that same tenacity to Northern Colorado University, where he became an NCAA Division I All-American. But it was in the cage that Gaethje truly found himself. He turned pro in 2010 in the World Series of Fighting, winning the lightweight title and defending it 4 times with a style that became instantly iconic. Relentless forward pressure, heavy hands, and a chin that seemed made of granite. He finished fights violently, earning Fight of the Night bonuses almost every time out, and by 2017, when he signed with the UFC, the world already knew his name. His UFC run was a roller coaster of brilliance and brutality. He knocked out Edson Barboza in a war that won Fight of the Year in 2017, then lost a razor-close decision to Eddie Alvarez in one of the most violent fights in UFC history. He knocked out James Vick, submitted Edson Barboza again, and went to war with Tony Ferguson in a classic that earned another Fight of the Year. Losses to Khabib Nurmagomedov, Dustin Poirier twice, Charles Oliveira, and Max Holloway tested his soul, each one a lesson in humility, pain, and growth. Yet every time he fell, he rose. He never made excuses, never ducked a challenge, never stopped being the guy willing to die in there. In 2025, after a string of setbacks, he reinvented himself. Sharper striking, better defense, smarter pacing, and the interim title win over Pimblett felt like the universe finally paying him back for every punch he'd taken. Family has always been Justin's North Star. He married his longtime partner Kate in 2021, and together they welcomed their daughter Ava in 2022. Kate has been his rock, standing by him through every knockout, every surgery, every dark night after a loss. Justin speaks of her with reverence, calling her the strongest person he knows, the one who keeps him balanced when the world gets loud. Ava is his light, her giggles, her tiny hands, her innocent questions about why daddy has bruises. He said fatherhood changed him more than any fight ever could. It gave him purpose beyond violence, a reason to come home whole. He's close to his parents, his siblings, and the Arizona roots that still ground him. No matter how high the lights get, Justin always goes back to Safford, back to the ranch, back to the people who loved him before the world did. Justin's lifestyle reflects the man he's become. Hard-working, family first, and surprisingly simple for a fighter of his caliber. He and Kate live in Arizona, near family, in a comfortable home that's more about warmth and flash. He trains relentlessly, twice a day, mixing wrestling, striking, conditioning. But he makes time for Ava's school events, date nights with Kate, and quiet evenings with loved ones. He enjoys hunting, fishing, riding dirt bikes, and spending time outdoors, the same things that kept him sane as a kid. He's open about his battles with mental health, the toll of concussions, the weight of being the highlight, and he uses his platform to talk about therapy, recovery, and the importance of asking for help. His net worth is estimated around $8 to $12 million. Earned from UFC purses, bonuses, he holds the record for most Fight of the Night awards, sponsorships, and investments, but he lives modestly, invests wisely, and gives back to his community. The injury that forced him out against Pimblett, broken ribs, possible concussion, the physical toll of another war, has left fans worried yet hopeful. At 36, with a wife and daughter waiting at home, the stakes are higher than ever. But if history has taught us anything about Justin Gaethje, it's that he doesn't stay down. He's been dropped, cut, broken, and doubted. And every single time, he's come back meaner, tougher, and more dangerous. As we send healing thoughts to Justin Gaethje, at 36, a husband, father, warrior, and one of the most beloved fighters in MMA history, his story reminds us that greatness isn't measured only in titles or knockouts. It's in the refusal to quit, the love that keeps you fighting, and the heart that keeps beating even when the body screams stop. Get well soon, Justin. The Octagon, your family, and every fan who's ever screamed your name are waiting for you. If this tribute to Justin Gaethje's incredible career, recent injury, and unbreakable spirit moved you or reminded you of the wars he's given us, please hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth, emotional stories about the fighters who give everything inside the cage. Your support means the world. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.